Hello friends, today I'm going to be showing you how to make one of these gorgeous mandalas. I absolutely love playing with mandalas. I find them really therapeutic and I just enjoy making them. I also love experimenting with colour. These are a great way to experiment with colour. As you can see, I have two very different ones here, and today I'm going to be making one using these neutral tones to see how different they can look. So for this one, I'm using a 4mm hook and double knit yarn, but you can use any hook and yarn you prefer. And I am using 5 colours, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colours today. So let's get started. So to start this one off, I'm going to do a double magic ring. And chain 1. And now I'm going to do 11 US double crochets into this magic ring. So if we count our chain, that makes 12 in total. One, 2, 3. So I shall continue on until I have 12 stitches total and get back to you when I'm at the end there. So I have 12 stitches total. To close this magic ring, you're going to pull your tail end, and that has tightened this loop. So this is the one we want to pull. As you're pulling that one, you can see it's tightening the other loop. Pull that nice and tight, and then pull your tail end to close that. I'm going to slip stitch closed and cut and weave in my ends. I like to cut and weave in my ends at the end of every row. So going in with our next colour, we're going into the top of each of the stitches. Slip stitch that on, chain 2, and double crochet back into that same space. We're going to chain 1 and double crochet 2 into the next stitch. Chain 1, double crochet twice into the next stitch, chain 1. So we're going to do that all the way around for 12 stitches. So working in between these groups of 2, we're going to add our next colour, chain 2, and do 2 double crochets into that space. So if you count the chain, that's 3 stitches total. We're going to chain 2 and put 3 into the next space. Chain 2, 3 double crochets into the next space. Chain 2. So I'm going to continue around until I've been in between each one, and I shall come back to you at the end there. So I've made it all the way around. I've chained 2. I'm going to slip stitch into that first one again, cut and weave in my ends, ready for the next colour. So this next round, round 4, is exactly the same as the round previous. So you do your 3 double crochets and you chain 2, 3 double crochets. So the same as the row before, chain 2. I will continue around and come back to you once I've made it to the end. Okay, so we're going to do something a little bit different for this round. Start making it pointy. So if we slip stitch that on and chain 2, so starting stitch, Going to yarn over, double crochet, chain 3, 2, 3, and then we're going to work back into the top of those 2 stitches and slip stitch. 2 double crochets, and then working into the top of the middle stitch, we'll do a single crochet. So yarn over, 2 double crochets into the next space, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, working into the top of those 2, we're going to do a slip stitch, 2 more double crochets, and then a single crochet into the middle one of that cluster there. It's looking like this. I should do that again for you. Yarn over, double crochet, double crochet, one, 2, 3 chains, working into the top of those 2 stitches, slip stitch, 2 more doubles, and then working into the middle stitch there, a single crochet. So continue that around until you get to the end, and I shall meet you in a moment. So I've made it all the way around. I'm just going to do one last little slip stitch into there to close it, and I shall cut and weave in my ends, but this is how it's looking. So we just need to do this last edge here. This last edge takes 2 rows, so let's get started with that. Let me cut and weave in my ends. So let's do our very last row, which is actually 2 rows. Let me show you now. So we're going to pop our hook into the top of one of the points, slip stitch that on, and then we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slip stitch into the top of the point, chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, slip stitch. So we're going to do that all the way around. So this is what our final row works into. So I'll continue around and come back to you at the end. So I've made it to my last chain 5. I'm going to slip stitch into that first stitch to close. And I'm going to work straight into this next space. I'm going to do a single crochet, a half double crochet, 2 doubles, 1, 2, and I'm going to do 3 trebles, which is when you yarn over twice. 1, 2, 3, pull through 3 times, yarn over twice, 1 more, now it's 2 doubles, a half double, and a single. That creates this lovely curve shape. So I shall do that again for you. Single, half double, 2 doubles, 3 trebles, 1, 2, 3, 2 doubles, a half double, and a single. It's amazing how many stitches you can squeeze into a space, but this is how it's looking. I shall do that one more time for you, just so you get it, and then I shall continue around. So I've made it all the way around, and I've done a slip stitch to close. So I'm going to cut and weave in my ends. And we have completed our mandala. Just weave in the ends, hold on a moment, and here it is complete. Isn't that pretty? It's a really simple design, but the thing I love about this is you can experiment with colours, and if you wanted to try out a colour palette, it only uses such a small amount of yarn to create one, and you can see whether the colours do go well together, and you can collect them. My son uses this one in his room to put his drink on. You could use them as a trivet, though these ones are made of acrylic, so they mustn't have anything too hot on them. But yeah, I just think they're really pretty. They're just a nice thing to make. It's therapeutic and something you can do whilst watching your favourite TV series or something. So yes, let me know if you have a go at these and what colours you choose to use, and I shall see you again very soon for my next tutorial. Thanks guys, see you again.